and welcome back to another episode of Single Sounds, the only podcast that helps you listeners find a date. The idea is I vet and interview singles of London, and if you like the sound of them, you can get their details via me. Hopefully you'll know a lot more about them than you would just from a dating app, and you can get on that first date in person faster. We've had some great success in 2024, a lot of write-ins and people going on dates quickly. So I love this energy and I hope it continues, especially because my live show is in 2 days. It's this Thursday and I can't wait to see you all there, which is so exciting. I just can't wait. I love being on stage and meeting you all, and I actually can't think of a better way to celebrate my 2-year anniversary. Yay! I released the first episodes of Single Sounds exactly 2 years ago today on the 13th of Feb because I was nervous that they wouldn't be ready for the 14th. Because if anyone knows anything about submitting a podcast, it can take quite a while for these episodes to drag through. But it meant that they were released then on Valentine's Day on the 14th, and it dropped around like 11 a.m. I think. But honestly, I will never forget that morning 2 years ago because I was at a friend's wedding the day before and we were staying in this Airbnb and it was so hot and like I was in a bunk bed and it was really uncomfy. I woke up literally every hour checking Apple, Spotify to see if it dropped, and it hadn't. And I was just getting so sad in the morning. And then I remember my best friend's husband ran in and told me that it was online, and I was just like, oh, relief. It was such a good day, such a good moment. And then I could post everything on socials. And I remember I got 100 downloads in under the first hour and we haven't looked back. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me, whether that's listening, coming to the shows. I'm looking forward to continuing this journey to see where it takes me. If I told myself 2 years ago, this is what the podcast would be doing, I don't think I would have believed myself. And it is literally nothing without other people getting involved, being engaged. So I'm just eternally grateful that you let me do this and you let me be a professional matchmaker. Speaking of, let me get back to my job. So this week is a single lady from London and she is not here for time wasters. She is looking for someone who is serious about dating. She needs a funny man. Think James Corden because, quote from this week's guest, "If you don't make me laugh every day, what's the point?" And honestly, I agree. She manages a pub in East London, so if 3 pints are what you're looking for, that might be on the cards, but you'll definitely have to impress her first. And top tip, that won't be through buying her clothes, which you'll discover what I mean later on. If you like feet, this could be the lady for you. She thinks it's acceptable to wear sliders or flip-flops all year round and always has the perfect pedicure. But she will be expecting you to take care of any spiders in the house. She provides us with a list of icks so you know what to avoid. And in return, she will give you the best stories about the most crazy scenarios, including her cat catching someone's chinchilla. It goes to say, this guest and this episode is very entertaining. Hi, welcome to Single Sounds.
Hi, great to be here.
Good. I'm glad. Everyone's so awkward on that bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's fine. We're going to get into dating now. There's less awkward. That's what you're here for.
Absolutely.
Not the chit chat.
Not the awkward intros.
No. First question is, what are you looking for?
I'm looking to date a male. Casually dating, but if something becomes serious, it becomes serious. Like, I'm not too fussed, if that makes sense.
Yeah, just start off.
But I just don't want no one to waste my time.
Yeah,
in the same sense. Like, if you're just dating to date, it's just pointless.
For like an ego boost or something.
Yeah, like, no, don't waste my time. Don't waste my energy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too busy for that.
Yeah, we're all way too busy for that.
I haven't got to, like, small talk, crap dates. Like,
yeah,
no time for it.
No. What's the earliest you've left on a date?
I don't know.
Like one drink? I've done one drink before.
Have you?
Like one round.
I think I've done like a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
And then just had my friend like, cool. And be like, oh, I need to come back to work. Something's happened.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, sorry, got to go.
Bye. Anything else? Height, age, preferences, anything like that?
Ideally, I'd like to say older because I think, it's like a fact, men are more maturely older.
Yeah.
Later on in life. However, I wouldn't say no to someone younger.
Okay.
Height, taller than me. And I'm not exactly short.
Wait, so how old and how tall are you? God,
Oh,
no.
I'm 27.
No,
I'm
it's okay.
5'5", so it needs to be taller than 5'5".
Fine. I feel like most people are taller than 5'5".
You'd be surprised. You'd be really, really surprised.
Fair.
Especially when they lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that happened to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Is that coming up later?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave it then.
All of them are morphing into the same story.
Yeah. Any other like personality preferences?
Funny that I'd rather someone like laugh me into bed
Yeah.
and like be like that cheeky chatty sort of person than just be
Gift
like
of the gab kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, energy.
ideal person would be like, see like someone like James Corden, laugh me into bed, absolutely hilarious.
Love it, yeah.
Yeah. And you just have that like natural chemistry, but like if they're not funny, I'm just like, if you don't make me laugh every day, what's the point? Like,
No, I understand that. Good answer. How about where would you like to date?
ideally like central London,
Yeah.
or like, well, I live like East Central, so it's like probably
I'd
like
still say
around
it's central, yeah.
area, but I'm not like too far. It's just like nowhere in the middle of nowhere that requires me to travel like hours.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the 3 A's. We're going to start with acceptance section. So this is, will they be accepting of your flaws and your quirks? First question is, what is your most controversial opinion?
Most controversial opinion is that it's acceptable to wear flip-flops all year round.
Okay. You think it is acceptable?
Yeah, it is acceptable. So like rain or
I just
snow.
looked at your
I'm
feet just in case.
Yeah, I haven't got flip-flops on today, but like generally, if I'm walking around the pub and stuff like that, I'm wearing flip-flops. I'm wearing sliders. I've got my
Oh yeah,
toes out.
sliders I can get on board
Yeah.
with. Flip-flops just feel so like sand beach to me.
Yeah, no, I love them.
You've got your toes out all the time.
Yeah. Always got pedicure.
Yeah.
Always. I'm always ready to go to the nail shop. Forever.
That's nice.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay, what's your most toxic trait?
Most toxic trait is probably cleaning and turn around and it's all messy again within seconds. So I'm just like a very untidy person. Maybe it's not it's definitely toxic. But yeah, I don't know how it gets so messy so quickly.
Just
But
like stuff everywhere.
But I'll always say I'm cleaning. That's probably the problem. I'm always be like, oh, I'm cleaning, just cleaning. And then someone comes in and I'm like, I swear I just cleaned. Like, I swear you've been cleaning for days. And I'm like, yeah, I have.
But it sounds like it's clean.
It's
Just
clean, it's
not,
just
like,
untidy.
yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
not dirty. It's
I think
just...
that's the thing. It's like there's different levels because you can be tidy and not clean. But it sounds like everything's clean, but stuff just somehow gets everywhere.
It's like every time I move from like different rooms in my house, I'm always like bringing my iPad with me.
Yeah.
So like in the kitchen, I can't like just do washing up like with nothing on. I will like put my TV.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I'll
do
do
that.
like washing up
Put a
with like
little
watching something.
TV show
so like,
on,
when wherever I'm going everywhere, I'm like just picking up like I need like a little bag, like a basket that comes around me around the house. I put all my chargers and that in.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Is in like when you bring stuff from room to room, you can have like a little suitcase or like
Yeah.
a little robot that follows you.
Come on this way.
That'll be good. I'm trying to think, is that like really toxic in a relationship? I guess if someone's like super anal about having a tidy space.
Some people are like OCD though.
Yeah.
I'd love to be OCD. I'd like,
It sounds good to me.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me OCD. People probably listen to me and think, oh, you have like, the way I say I'm always clean, and probably think, oh, she's got OCD. Come to my flat, they're probably like, oh my God, she definitely don't.
Lives in chaos.
Yeah. That is probably it. I live in chaos.
Yeah.
It's a chaotic mess. But it's clean.
My worst one is when I get dressed, like ready for something and I don't know what I'm wearing. It's like a bomb's gone off.
It's like I've got a spare room at the moment, which is going to be like my walk-in wardrobe.
Nice.
It don't sound as nice. It's literally like rails. It looks like more like a thrift shop at the moment.
No, but still to have the space.
Yeah.
Then you could just shut the door and all the clothes are in there.
But at the moment, it's like, because I'm half doing it. Like, I ordered 100 hangers, thinking 100 hangers would be enough.
No, honestly.
It's not enough.
No, that's something that not enough people talk about.
Yeah.
Hanger numbers is so hard to get right.
And then people were like, what, you've got more than 100 clothes? I was like, yes.
Yeah,
I
but
was like, I think I need another 200.
it sounds so much, but that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not like if you're doing one item per hanger, and then if you're not really using drawers,
Yeah,
all
I'm
of a
not using
sudden,
drawers.
yeah, this is the thing because my wardrobe's the same. I got way more rail space because when it's like a built-in one, so that's what I kind of designed, thinking that'll be a great idea. And it is a nice idea. It looks better and you can see stuff more clearly. But I had no idea how much hangers you needed. This is hilarious. When I established that I didn't have enough hangers, Debenhams near me was closing, and me and my friend went in and just like they were just giving away like hundreds of hangers.
Oh, lovely.
So all my hangers say Debenhams.
Everyone's like, oh, she's got loads of money.
Really likes Debenhams.
She stops in Debenhams. At the times they're like, no, you can't keep the hanger. We need to keep the hanger here. And you were like, loads.
That's the thing. They had like bags and bags, and everyone was just taking them.
What a result!
Yeah,
though.
it was amazing. So
Yeah.
I didn't pay for my hangers, but they look a bit questionable. I said one day when I'm rich, I'll like upgrade them, but for now,
Well, I'm like
Debenhams,
trying to
free
do
ones.
like nice hangers, like them like slimline velvet.
Yes, the velvet ones. I've got a few of those. Stolen from
But they're
my
like
ex.
quite cheap. I'm taking the hangers. They're
They
coming
were just
with me.
like on my coats when I moved out, and they've just stayed. I'm not giving them back, am I? The velvet hangers.
My friend told me they were like when they were living together and he broke up with her ex, she kept the air fryer. I was like, the air fryer will be coming with me.
Yeah.
You can't have nice sausages every day. I am. I'm keeping the air fryer.
Let's move on to adventure section. Take us on a journey, and I'm excited because you've already prefaced this a little bit. What is your worst dating story?
Well, it was fairly recent as well, so like it still stings a little bit. But so I met this guy on Hinge.
Oh, classic.
And like first of all, he said he was like 5'10", and he was not 5'10". He was 5'4".
What? That's such a reach. That's
Yes.
not a few inches.
But like we were speaking to each other on the phone before like the day, like we was like texting quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you did all the right things of
Yeah.
like calling, like making sure that, you know, like they're real.
Yeah. So like he seems like actually all right. And then like we met in this pub to start with, and he turned up and he was like tiny. And he had like little plimsolls on. I was like, oh my God, you're supposed to be 32. Like, what are you,
Plimsolls.
do you know what I mean? What are you wearing?
No, that's the worst when they come and you're like, oh no,
Oh.
the fashion is just not.
And like, to be honest, I knew his fashion would be like a lot different to mine because we were like, he was like the complete opposite to me. So like, he was like, he used to be in a band, like he wore all these like rings. And I'm like,
Right, okay.
like he was like, maybe like he was into like a lot different music to me. And I was just like, right, cool. The first date went like fairly okay, and that was fine. But it was the second date where it went like horrendously wrong. Just like met in a pub in like Camden, which is like definitely not like my scene. I was like, it's like more his scene, but like
Yeah, the with like metal rings and
yeah,
stuff.
I was like, all right then. I was like, oh, Camden. I was like, never been here like on a night out.
yeah.
Probably wouldn't go there again.
No, I've only been on 2 nights out there. Wouldn't recommend.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not my cup of tea.
So I went really recently, actually. It was like, it ended up just being like a pub that was the only thing open. And all on the bathroom was warnings being like, this pub is known for being like spiking, you know, like if you're
Were
in...
the toilets like downstairs?
No, up one level up. It was kind of like, it was really dingy and horrible.
It's a bit sketchy.
Yeah.
Holding your bag, like, oh my God.
Which is why I was like, wouldn't be my first choice of a night out. But yeah.
No. And then I walked in there and then like he's introducing me to like these people that he knows. I think it could be his like local. I weren't really sure.
Oh.
So I was like, all right then. I've ended up bumping into someone like I knew. And
Okay.
she was like older, like she used to come drink in my parents' pub.
Oh.
So like I've known her for like years and she's like, oh, how you been? Yeah, all good. And then she's like, oh, who you with? And I was like saying who I was with. And then she was like, oh, nice. Had a night go on. He was like, just kept on like disappearing from me. So like he just kept on like going away, coming back, going away, going toilet, like was basically hardly with me. Luckily I was with her because I was like, oh
Yeah,
great,
at least you got a friend.
do you know what I mean? At least I know someone. She's like, I don't think he's like right. And I was like, why? What do you mean? And she's like, I don't know. If you want, I can just say that you've gone to the toilet and like run away. And I was like, oh no, like he's okay. And he got like fairly drunk. So like the pub closed. He ended up coming back to mine and he was like, let's have a few drinks. I was like, all right then. Got an Uber. He was getting the Uber driver like trying to stop at a petrol garage on the way. And I'm like, that's not how Ubers work. I'm like, you have to book it to the like petrol garage.
Yeah, you got to add a stop.
Do you know what I mean? And the guy like stopped, went to the petrol garage.
he did.
He just got beers. Didn't even ask me what I wanted. I was like, I don't drink beer. Came back to mine and then he was like insisted of showing me him in his bands that he was in 9 years ago.
Right.
And I was like, oh, nice. Like, see, like when you don't really care. And he just insisted, like, kept on wanting to show it. And then he started playing like the Pose because it was like the same time when one of them passed away. And like he started crying.
No.
Because one of them passed away.
I mean, it's sad, but like, it's not date material,
no,
is
I
it?
know. He was just like bawling. So I'm like consoling him. Like,
In your own flat as well.
It's okay. So then I'm like, all right, like maybe he's just too drunk. I'm just going to say, let's go to sleep. So when I sleep, I was like fairly sober. Next day I woke up and I felt fine. And I'm like, right, he needs to get out of my flat now. Because like I said I was free all day, but I'm definitely not free all day now. So I'm like, come on.
You know what? That's the thing I've learned recently is when they ask you what you're doing next day, you've got to answer carefully. You've got to say like, oh, I might have plans, just in case
I
you
might
want
have to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
Someone's pulled in sick. Oh no, you've got to go. Like,
but then if you like them, you want to keep it open enough that you're like, oh, actually, like,
I'm free for
I'll
breakfast.
just skip that thing. Yeah, exactly.
Let's go for a day date.
Yeah, exactly. Let's spend the whole next day together. That's nice. Yeah. But if you don't fancy that, you got to get out.
Literally. So like I made him leave, he left. Then
that's good.
The minute I like put my phone, so I was like, right, now I'm just going to clean my flat. As per, because I'm like chaotic, it's messy. So I'm like cleaning like just everything. And then all of a sudden I'm hearing like my watch going ping, ping, ping. It's him. And I'm like, what do you want? Like, you've left like 2 minutes ago. He's like, I think we left there. It was really awkward. Don't know why it was really awkward. I just ignored him. Because I'm like, I can't be
because you cried like a child.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm like, he was like, that was just really abruptly how you made me leave. And I'm like, no, I've got like things to do.
Yeah.
Anyways, let him leave, let him rant. I just didn't answer for like half an hour because I was like just busy cleaning. I started answering. I was like, what are you on about? Like, I'm cleaning. Nothing's wrong. I was just busy today. I've got things to do. Then I've gone downstairs to like my assistant manager and I'm like, oh, do you fancy just going to like Wetherspoons for Science Week? Because I'm absolutely starving. And I'll like tell you all the gossip about last night. He was like, all right then. So we've gone like to the Wetherspoons. It's literally like 10 minutes like from where I work.
Yeah.
And then who's in there?
No.
Him. This was 2 hours later. 2 hours later. And he was sitting there with like 3 San Miguel pints in front of him. This was 12 o'clock, by the way. He left mine at like 10.
And he's been drinking all night.
And
like...
he didn't see me come in.
Did he drink all his beers that he bought as well?
No, he didn't actually.
No.
They were like
he left them?
Yeah, he left
Weird.
them. So like he goes like gym near me as well. So he was like messaging me saying, oh, he might go to the gym. But
he's in Spoons.
But he was, and he was in Wetherspoons, but he didn't see me come in, didn't see me order. I'm sitting there and I'm like showing my mate who he is. And he's like, oh my God, he's like Tiny Tim. And he's like sitting on like the fruit machines, drinking San Miguel.
Oh, that's
and
such
I was
an
just
ick.
like, you alcoholic.
Being on the machines made it worse for me. I was just like a midday machine.
Sitting on like one of them high chairs where he's like legs swinging. He's like legs swinging in here because
he can't touch it. Yeah.
I was like, my
never
mate was like,
him again.
Never. Absolutely never. And no, he actually did he tried to get in contact with me again. And he was like, he had this like infatuation with like leather. And he'd be like, oh, I've ordered you like this leather jacket. Like,
didn't ask for that.
No, exactly. And I was like, oh yeah. So he sent me like the first leather jacket he actually sent me was actually really nice. I was like, oh
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh right, this is nice. It was like, I think it was like 50 quid. Like it's only from like Shein or whatever it was.
Yeah, but still.
That's not the one that you come through the post. It was like this awful fur thing. He was like, oh, fur here, all furry arms. And then he messaged me the other day. He was like, can you send me a picture of you in a jacket? And I went, no. And he was like, why are you being weird for? And I was like, I'm not being weird. Like, I'm in bed. I'm going to sleep, like, trying to palm off because I didn't want to tell him, like, the jacket's, like, awful. Then the next day he was like, so am I still not going to get a picture of the jacket? I went, no. I said, first of all, the jacket's awful. And he was like, well, you could have just said, like, the jacket was awful. And we could have just returned it. Rah-de-da-da-da. And I was like, you're just not normal.
Yeah.
Like, we've been on 2 dates. You've ordered me a jacket. You've lied
I
about
just think
your
it's
height.
weird that he even sent the jacket.
It's so weird. I'll show you the jacket
after. Do you have pictures of it? Yeah.
Not on, because it does look awful. It looks like Cat Slater. Like, it's like Cat Slater would wear. And I said maybe an insult to Cat Slater.
But, yeah. I mean, like, some fur can look nice, but yeah. Fluffy collar and fluffy sleeves.
And leather.
And a short jacket.
Yeah, it was short.
Yeah, that is odd.
And it's just like, you know, that cheap fake fur. Awful.
Yeah.
Awful. Awful. I don't know what he thought he was going to get for like £20.
It's just a weird thing to buy someone. Like a whole jacket.
Yeah.
I would never...
It's not like I don't have a jacket. It's not like I never went on a date with him without a jacket and said I'm cold.
Yes.
I want to buy you a jacket, girl. You
need
stay
one.
with me.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll look after you.
Yeah.
Keep you warm.
Not I'll keep you on.
I
I'll
don't
buy a
know what
jacket.
I'd buy someone, but I mean, just like a small thing, like a book they might like.
Oh, we could have got me a bunch of roses
Or,
or flowers or
it's
chocolate.
such an easy one for a girl.
Loads of things. Not
Yeah,
a jacket.
candle. That'll
Yeah.
do. No,
Would a
you don't
candle
like
be
candles?
weird? Oh, I do like candles, but wouldn't that be weird just after everything's weird after its second date?
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah, one of my exes knows, to be fair, after our first dates, he got me a box of celebrations.
Oh, I quite like that.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm celebrating
To
being
celebrate,
with you."
yeah.
And I was like,
Oh, that's really
I was like,
sweet.
"Oh, this is cute." But not a jacket.
I also feel like you bring it to the date though. If you've got them a gift,
Yeah, no, that's
you
what he
don't like
did.
send it like he did. You
Yeah.
just like bring it next time.
Yeah, hi. No, but that would be even more awkward though. Hi, I got you a jacket. You'd have to try it on in front of him.
It's true.
You
In
couldn't
this
go-
scenario,
you couldn't
thank
go,
God he
"Oh."
posted it.
Oh, thanks.
It's like a fake Christmas day when you have to pretend that you
Yeah.
like something.
Oh, thank you. And imagine he gave it to you at the beginning of the date. You've had to go around the entire central London with this crap jacket on.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, put it on then." Like I could so imagine that.
No, I think this don't go with the outfit.
Yeah, you'd have to be like, "Oh, it's not really going with what I'm wearing."
Yeah.
Or it's like just too warm.
Yeah. Too hot.
Too hot.
Yeah. This jacket's so much better. I'm fine.
The one I've got.
That
on.
one I'll keep for special occasions.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Being like, "Oh, I don't want to ruin it. I might spill
Yeah.
my pint on it or something."
Yeah. Accidentally light it on fire from a candle.
That's been one of my stories on this podcast actually that happened to a girl. Like
Really?
her jacket caught on fire. Yeah, so you could.
That was
you
probably
could've-
the jacket.
yeah,
That was probably the jacket.
Actually, it was like maybe it was planned because it
Okay,
was
maybe-
so awful.
I might have accidentally left it somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's an easy thing to do.
Oh my God, where's the bag? Where's the bag with
Yeah.
the jacket in?
Oh no.
I've left it in the pub around the corner. He probably would have run over
I
there.
was gonna say the worst thing is probably no one would have stolen it. You'd have got it back.
We just had to take it to the girls' toilet and just gone shoving it in like the sanitary bins.
Yeah.
Like,
To be honest, the girls in there would help you out. I reckon you
Yeah.
just say like, "Girl, can one of you just walk away with his bag?"
even the shoplifters would have took it.
Yeah.
You can have that back.
You can have it.
Luckily, it was black though. Like it could have been worse. It could
Yeah,
have been
just plain
pink.
black. Yeah. Actually, so moving on, what does your dream life look like? Nice jackets.
Nice jackets. No, probably living somewhere that you don't require a jacket.
Yeah.
So like on a beach,
Oh,
Australia,
yeah.
like,
I'm there. I'm
with a
you.
little bar, like a beach hut bar,
Yeah.
watching surfers all day.
You could own the little beach hut
Yeah,
bar.
exactly. Just sit there, relax,
Yeah.
chill, just have no worries. Because everyone's happy in the summer
Yeah.
with sun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
This
something
country
like
like changes in the summer.
Yeah.
Everyone's so much happier, like out and about. I love a nice summer's day when you walk out and everyone's just like eating outside and you're like, where are we? Italy?
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're in Clapham.
Yeah. Literally. So it's like, and then you look around and you're like, oh yeah.
They're the pigeons.
Yeah.
Nothing can ruin my day.
And in winter you just like walk through some vomit and you're like,
Yeah.
oh great.
Yeah.
Whereas somehow like you still get people that get like probably more people that get silly drunk in summer, but it just feels less annoying because
But
you're
everything's
happier.
nice though, like beer garden,
Yeah.
chilled outside, your shoulders getting a little bit burnt. To wear like that much makeup.
Yes,
Because you've got that
the
one day
tan,
of sun.
that base,
one, that couple of freckles that are coming out.
the burn base.
You're drinking
Yeah.
a little Copperberg.
You know, have you seen the thing where it's like the best feeling in the world is when you're on holiday drinking like orange Fanta with your
Lay's
crisps? Yeah, like that. I feel like that's our equivalent when you're
Yeah.
in a like beer garden getting a bit burnt and you're like, life is good with like some fruity cider or something. Did you think you're gonna move one day?
I did move. So I did move to Malta the other year.
Oh wow.
And then I moved back because it was great.
Yeah,
But it was like
for a bit.
I was living like my best retirement life at the age of like 25. So like there was so I worked in a bar out there and then it was really weird. So I had to have morning shifts and evening shifts. So like I'd wake up early, go to like work for like the breakfast shift.
Okay.
And then I'd leave. I'd go to the beach, which would be brilliant.
Oh, that does sound great.
And then sunbathe, chill, take my dog out for a walk sometimes because I had a dog out there.
Oh.
And then I used to then go at like 3:00 to like meet all the old people to go play bingo during the day.
Fun.
It's honestly amazing. And like one night I won €70. I was like, this is amazing.
Wow, that is
I was like,
good
and I
winnings.
literally won and left, and I'm like, you can't just leave once you've won. I was like, well, I'm not going to keep on gambling. I've won now.
Yeah, smart.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, I've won. Every pub used to have like different, like, it used to be like card bingo every night, or like they used to play normal bingo or card bingo, and like in the daytime. So like you'd have a few drinks and then like go to work later, and then I used to like close the pub at like 1 o'clock, then meet all my friends after that.
Okay.
And they all used to work in bars, so we went to like this later bar, and then we'd be out all night. But it was like that vicious circle of just being continuing out all the time,
And like with people constantly.
yeah. And then it's like it gets to that stage where it's just constant like going out, drinking,
Yeah, it's
and
intense.
it's intense, it's toxic, but it was lovely because you're living abroad, so it's like every day's a holiday.
Yeah, you wake up and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, the sun.
Yeah, you don't get hangovers on holiday. You're like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I could drink forever.
Yeah.
It was like too much partying on that island. Like I could never see myself settling down there.
Yeah.
It was just like that constant chill, going to the beach, having a nice tan, easy life. But I was like, how do people do this forever? Because like, if I was literally doing that forever, I'd probably literally be an alcoholic by now.
Yeah.
Like not even a joke. Like I'd be like seriously deprived, because it was so cheap out there as well. Like a broccoli out there was like €8, so it'd be so much cheaper to like go out and have like a meal for one, and have like a bottle of wine, a steak, and a dessert for like €20.
Yeah.
Like it's like just so
It was
much
just
cheaper.
easier to do.
Like a bag of shopping was like €50. I was like, what have I even bought? Like what have I got for this? It don't even warrant it. Like food out there was so expensive, especially English food, because like they had like an Iceland's out there, so you could get like sausage rolls and stuff like that.
That's
like,
random.
Yeah, it was so random. But I used to like import Iceland's, but because they're importing it, and we like come out with the EU and everything, it was like everything was just so expensive. So like you see on a packet, it'd say £1, and they're selling it for like €6, and you're like, but it's £1.
Oh, I see. That's even worse.
pound.
You see what it should have cost. Yeah.
Because you know what it's like the price in England, and you're like, it's £1. Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, this is ridiculous.
That's
But,
annoying.
yeah, I think it was like a lot of my friends still live out there. They've got like families and stuff like that, but it's just so hard. I just don't think I could do it. I do want to go to Australia though.
Yeah, me too.
I do think I just want to migrate out there, but I'm just scared about all the spiders and that.
Oh, no, they don't really.
But I don't know, people.
I didn't see. Oh, I did see one.
People, this is the thing. I hear so many different people tell me different things. That I've met like Australians that are like, no, unless you like live like
If
in
you're
the
in the
outback.
city, yeah, that's the thing.
If
you
you're in the
don't
city,
see
you're not
them.
going to see them. And then I've
Yeah.
seen someone else. They're like, well, I was driving in the city and a spider just come out my car, and I was like, oh my god, I'd die. Like, I would die. Like a money spider makes me jump.
Yeah.
Like, I'm petrified.
I'm
like,
rubbish too.
I can't.
And they're really good over there, though. That's the only thing I feel like if you see one, other people would be able to handle it better.
Yeah.
Because when I saw this massive one, it was in my halls at the time at uni. It was massive and fluffy. So I was like, there's no chance. But the Australians just went and got a massive Tupperware box and caught it in the Tupperware. And I was like, I could have never have even approached that.
Maybe I just need a man to do it.
This is the thing. Like,
I need a spider catcher.
when guys say that I'm on dates with that they don't like spiders, I'm like, oh,
Ick.
red flag, because
Yeah.
who's going to deal with them? I don't want to deal with them anymore. I've had to deal with
Imagine
them.
a man just jumping around your house like, oh my god, spider.
Did
You
I?
baby, grow up.
That's
I'm
your
not going to
job.
touch it. I'm not going to touch it. Doesn't your cat bring you any presents?
No, he's really good. I don't think he has access to any because it's just like so residential.
My cat caught a chinchilla once.
What?
Yeah, a chinchilla.
As in the dog?
No, a chinchilla, like one of them little furry rat things.
I'm thinking of a chihuahua. Good. We'll leave that in because that's hilarious. Chinchilla, isn't it? Aren't they pets for people though?
Yeah.
Wow.
So like
So it found someone's
when
pet.
so when my parents had their pub, our cats used to literally go out all the time, and like they used to bring us in pigeons, mice. They say it's like presents.
Yeah.
One
He
da-
did bring in a rat once.
Oh.
Not here though, another flat.
Oh, luckily.
So, yeah. He found one in Islington.
Oh, great, Islington. Put it back outside.
Yeah.
But that's what my dad thought. My dad thought it was a rat. So like our kitchen at the time, see, like you got the bottom of your kitchen, and you got like the boards that go up. Ours weren't up. So like I've woke up in the morning. My dad's like got a broom hitting this rat. That's not a rat. I've laid on the floor, and it's a chinchilla God knows how my cats got it.
Yeah,
we
that's literally
we had
someone's
like
pet.
a spare bird cage. Don't know why we had a bird cage because we never had a bird. And like we had to call RSPCA to pick up this chinchilla, and the poor chinchilla's in there like shaken like.
That's the thing with cats; they don't actually kill them.
Yeah, no,
they
they
just play with them. Yeah. So.
Yes, but the poor chinchilla was like shell shocked because my dad's been battering it with a broom for a half an hour, thinking it was a rat. And they're like, "Oh, what's wrong with the chinchilla?" And we're like, "We don't know." Poor thing's been like nearly beaten dead.
Let's move on to affection section. This is where your affections don't lie because you've picked what is your biggest ick. Okay.
So my first one is
Hit me.
men with wallets.
Oh.
I'd rather just someone just having cash in their pocket.
Yeah,
or
fine.
like I don't mind like a little card pocket.
Card holder.
But could you imagine going
is
out
that
with
an ick?
Yeah, no, card holder ain't too bad.
Fine.
But like imagine going on a date with someone and they pull out a wallet and it's like a Velcro wallet on a keyring. And it's like
it's the one that's the noise.
Yeah, like could you imagine?
Imagine you were like 5.
Or it's like they've got a wallet and they open like the cash bit and there's no cash in there.
That's true. I've never
Like,
thought
why?
about an empty wallet is a bit of an ick.
That's why I don't mind little card wallet because like, obviously people were like more prone to cards nowadays. So like no one really has cash. So I don't mind like the little nice ones.
Yeah, a little smart card holder.
Little mulberry one, like look cute.
I
But
have
like,
that.
Yeah.
Just a little card holder.
But like not Velcro. And then like where's what if you ain't got no cash, why have you got a wallet?
Yeah.
Why? What is the need for it?
Yeah. The only reason I have a card holder is because I need to bring out my ID because people still think I'm 16, which is whatever. It's life.
Sainsbury's, I think I'm 16.
Yeah, I don't.
No, I think
their
I tried to
aging
get a Red
policy
Bull.
in
It's
supermarkets
ridiculous.
is the worst. Like the worst. I'm buying like loads of groceries and alcohol, and they're like, no.
I tried to get a Red Bull the other day and they were like, I was like, first of all, this is my local Sainsbury's. I come here every day.
You know me.
Exactly. I don't need to show you my ID. And I was like, Red Bulls, you have to be 16, no?
Yeah.
And I was like, so you're telling me I look 15? 15? I don't.
We're going with that, are we?
Yeah. And then he was like, I'll let you off this time. I was like, I've got it on my phone. He was like, well, you know that's not like a legal thing.
Oh,
and I
like
was
a picture of it, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, come on, mate. It's a Red Bull.
What am I going to do with this?
Do you know what I mean? I've got a meal deal. It's lunchtime. It's 12 o'clock. Like,
it's part of my meal
I haven't got a school uniform on today. Surely you should be calling the police and be like, get her back in school if you think I'm 15.
That's so true.
Do you know what I mean?
What's this girl doing getting a meal deal?
Yeah.
Central London.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's really funny. But yeah, what were the other icks?
Men who run for the tube. Like, why are you running for the tube? We're not in the middle of nowhere with like 30-minute wait times. It's one every minute. And then they go to the state and they're like, oh, like...
Yeah, all flustered and like sighing and huffing.
Get over it.
1 minute.
Yeah. Just wait 1 more minute.
Another one I really enjoy. I like watching it, to be fair. I don't know if it's an ick. Maybe it is. But like when people run and the doors are closing and they kind of get a bit stuck. Like that is quite funny.
That's happened to me before.
Same.
I hate it I say it's a male ick, but I actually do it sometimes. But it's like when you go to run and then you're like, oh no, I'm never going to catch it. So I don't bother.
And then don't bother. Yeah. I've done that before, being like, do I start? You kind of like start with 1 foot and then you're like, nah. Anymore?
Yeah, when men come to the bar and go, can I have the cheapest lager?
Oh.
Like, if you don't want to drink in central London or can't afford a beer, don't have one.
Also, like, I never get that mentality because the difference is probably going to be like, what, 50p? Mm-hmm. Just pick something you like.
Yeah.
Just
Or when you know it's the cheapest beer. But I think that's because obviously I work in hospitality, so I know generally which ones.
Yeah.
But they always pick, like, they're not picking it because they like it. They're picking it because it's the
the
cheapest one. And I'm like, oh.
It's interesting. Obviously, no one's ever asked me that question because I don't work behind a bar, but I would imagine that is, you can see like a nice guy coming to the pub and you're like, ooh. And then he says that and you're like, no.
But that's why it's hard working in the pub because you see everyone like wearing like suits and stuff like that, especially like where I work, and you think, oh my God, like you're so good looking. But then I think, what do you wear on a weekend? Like, are you going to be wearing like Slazengers, tracksuits and like stuff like that? Not saying I'm materialistic, but like everyone looks nice when they go to work. So,
Everyone
like,
looks good in a suit, yeah.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Especially when it's a nice suit. You're like, oh, you probably like look nice on a weekend. And I think one of the girls, she started talking to this guy and then looked at his Instagram and he wears like horrendous clothes. And like we zoomed into his shoes and they were like awful. They were like some like, I think they were like beating up vans or something. And she was like, oh no, thank God I didn't actually ever go out with him.
Yeah, it was catfishing with the suit.
So it's a massive catfish.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Right, let's move on to your bestie rec.
Well. How to describe my best friend. It's very hard to describe a best friend and reasons why to date her when you know she's the most genuine, loving person that you could ever find. But I'm going to go a little bit deeper and give you more reasons to why you should date my best friend. So not only will she put your needs before hers when certain situations are occurring, but she always takes pride in herself, you, and everything that is around you. She will never take you for granted. She loves family. Family is the most important thing to her. Now, what man doesn't want a family woman? That is where the heart is, i.e., that's my best friend. She will always try new things, adventure out, whether if that being in her comfort zone or out of her comfort zone. She will always provide you with a healthy challenge. It will never be a bad challenge, always healthy. She fosters intimacy and connection the most. These are the reasons why you should date my best friend.
She's so cute.
She's so adorable.
She's so adorable. I love how she reiterated every point. It's like, so that is my best friend. Like, who wouldn't want that?
That doesn't sound rehearsed or anything, does
No,
it?
don't think she definitely didn't write a script. No,
100% different.
that was all just off the cuff.
100%. Aw.
It's
That's
so
actually really cute.
Yeah. No, she did get in good points about your family. I feel like you haven't spoken about them much. You said like your mum and dad used to run a pub and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, they used to run a pub, grew up in a pub, manage a pub now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm really close to my parents. They're not together, but I live like down the road from my mum.
Nice.
Not that far away from my dad, but I speak to them both every day.
That's nice. Yeah.
So it's a nice. My mum's always like, especially if I go out with my friends on a weekend, she's like, because I go out with my mum quite a lot as well.
Oh,
so we'll
that's
go to like the
fun.
pub and that.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, I'm going out like tonight I'm going out for my mate's birthday. She'll be like, oh, but can I not come?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, because you won't like where we're going. She's like, all right then, go out with your friend then. Don't go out with me. I'll go out with my friends. And I'm like, okay, so I will go out with my friends. And then she'll get in the arm. It's like my birthday. I said I was going out and she didn't like the location that I chose. Because I was going like Pagola over Canary Wharf. It's very like young and stuff like that. And she's like literally is her 60th soon. So it's like not rich. She's not like a young mum as well. She like literally like a pub and she don't like venturing out anywhere. Yeah,
she likes her locals.
Yeah, and then I went there and like my birthday was a little bit of a disaster.
Oh no.
And like because you invite so many people and like a few people only turned up because like everyone had like last minute things like happened, like which was really sad. Yeah. And it was this other girl's birthday the same day and she had like loads of girls turn up. So she had like 18 friends, but her birthday was that day. My birthday was like 2 days before, so like everyone was singing her happy birthday and like no one sung me happy birthday. And then I was like, I just walked off and I was just having a bit of a cry. And then I rang my mum and mum was like, well, that was your own fault then, weren't it? Could have come out with me instead, but you decided to go out with your friends. And I was like, I just wanted someone to like console and be like, oh, it's going to be okay. Yeah. She was like, well, you can either sit on the phone crying and moaning or you can just come to mine. And I was like, I'm going to stay.
I'm going to stay here, thanks, with the few people that did show up.
Yeah, and then I went there after and she was like, well, it's just your own fault. You could have just done something with me.
So mean. Oh,
I'm like, okay. Wonder where I get it
from.
Birthdays
are hard. Yeah, what else did she say? Wouldn't take someone for granted. That's nice. But then you will go out your comfort zone. Do you think that's accurate?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm especially like this year, I'm definitely more, I'm like not saying no to things. Mm-hmm. So like, I think before I'd like, even like going on dates, I'd like really talk myself out and going into the date. Because I'd like try to find a flaw in someone or why it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's easy
to
do
that's
that.
Why like the last date, even though he was like the complete opposite than me, I like forced myself to like go on it. So don't think
and you got a jacket out of it.
Yeah, I got a jacket out of
and
it.
And a good story.
Exactly. But like, I think there was a period where I weren't dating. I'd like say I'll go on a date with someone and just never go.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like trying to say like, is my type really my type? Because clearly my type is actually really, really bad.
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I've realised we put all my exes in a collage and they all look the same. So I just matched with some new guy on Hinge and he looks nothing like the collage. And like, yes. I said it to my best friends like in the little group chat and they were like, this is great. He looks nothing like the collage. And I was like, I know, I'm trying. Because like that's my conclusion. Like clearly this collage of men that all look the same and act the same and not doing anything, it's not working.
See, mine are more like they've all got like similar kind of personalities and they've all got like bad pasts. and they've all got
okay.
like kids. So he's like, no matter what age they are or what age I've been, they've always had a child, and I always
That's
like
strange.
Yeah, so like my first.
How do you find these?
I don't know. And it's like always when I think I'm escaping my type of like having a bad past and like having kids and like having like a crazy ex, they always seem to like happen. And I'm like, really? And I'm like, why me?
Yeah. Why?
Why me?
I've noticed though, because like now I'm back on Hinge, every man puts if they have kids or not in that, like a lot of them put it in their top bio thing. So it must be like something that, because I've not got that on my, I didn't answer those questions because I didn't think it was relevant. I was like, I hope that's kind of obvious.
And some of them, if they like really like their kid, they like got a picture of them.
Yeah.
It's like one of their top 2 pictures. But it's the ones that like lie, that say they don't have a kid. And then like a few dates in, they go, oh yeah, by the way, I have a kid, but I didn't want to tell you in the beginning.
Oh,
and you already like them at this point, and you're like, oh.
Well, no, yeah, and also then you kind of feel like a bad person for being like, oh, I wouldn't date you because of
you
that.
have a kid.
Yeah, but it's more a pattern for you, so you're like, I just want to step away from it for a bit.
Because like eventually, like you do want to settle down and have a family, and like, do you really want someone who's already got a family already?
Not, I personally, not for me.
Exactly.
I just think it's difficult. It's one of those things that like if they were my absolute perfect person, then I could get past it.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't start the whole like family thing in an easy way. It's just so much more complicated than I've envisioned for myself.
Like ideally, like I'd never want to be like a single mom. I don't want kids. Like it's one of them things. Like at the moment, I don't really want kids. But like if I was to meet like the right person and stuff like that, and like settle down, and eventually, that would come with like as I got older. I probably would want different things, but at the moment I want to like travel with someone and like go on holiday. So I don't have to travel by myself anymore. So it's like I just need someone who wants to rub cream on my back. So I don't have to like bring a paint roller brush on holiday with me anymore. So it's like but it's like in the future, it's like, if they've already got a kid, and it's like also their priorities are completely different, because like you want to go out for like nice restaurants and they're like paying child maintenance. It's like they're like, oh, I can't go on holiday because I've got to pay for like kids.
That's so true, actually. Your finances are just like
so different.
Priorities are so different. I've not thought of it in that respect.
But I'm trying to pay Spotify
and their time. I think it's like the prioritization of time. Like they can't just lie in on a Sunday morning. You know, they've got to get out with the kid or
no, exactly. Well, that's if they're a good dad.
Or that's the thing. I
haven't come across that.
I'd hope that they'd want to get up, but maybe it's true. Maybe they're not, and then that shows you. Do you want to start a family with that kind of person? This is also
a thing. Like if you're not already seeing your own kids, what are we going to do if we had kids? So it's like then you think
you'll be doing everything
exactly, and you're like, do I want to be a single mom? No.
No.
Maybe we'll try out a dog first. Say you are with a dog.
Okay. What is your 1-word review summary?
Entertaining.
Oh, nice. Good word. No one's picked that one yet. Adventure awaits.
Literally.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming on.
That's okay. I've really enjoyed myself.
So Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and I don't know a better time to reach out for someone looking for a date. If you want some entertainment in your dating life, look no further. This girl has got you covered. If you'd like to date her, please reach out via the Instagram @SingleSounds or via the email singlesoundspodcast@gmail.com. Just a note to say, if you do apply via email, I will be requesting some form of social media from you just as a safety measurement. And hopefully I will see you on Thursday for the live show. Can't wait. Message me any questions, comments, concerns. Happy to answer everything. Just slide into the DMs for any needs, dates, or questions. Have a great week, guys, and see you soon.